Okay, so this is an official test run for our as yet unnamed new ship. I'm looking for somewhere where I'm going to get into a scrap. Because we need to test it with a fight, right? We need to christen it with a fight. We need to come up with a name. I was thinking Saber, but because it's got like that slim style. I mean, again, I'm not really seeing anything here. A lot of debris as we exit space, but abandoned fuel. Right, there's a ship there. Are they going to attack? Potentially not. It's a Varun ship. They might attack.
Heretics, abandon your claims to this space or face certain death. This is your last warning.
I mean, this sounds like a fight, right? This sounds like a fight. Perfect test for our new ship. Well, that ship looks out of it. Oh, we are taking some hammer. It's level 45. No wonder we're getting slammed.
You took out their jump drive.
Okay, we are not ready for this fight at all.
Our ground jump systems.
They were 20 levels above us. And definitely more armored, much more armored. Okay, so if we drop that and we put 3 more into lasers to strip shields.
Battle not with us lest you bring upon yourself certain doom and the end of your people.
Or maybe we focus on the smaller ship. I found a problem with this. I can't see shit.
Tragic. Just tragic.
This is the problem with this ship. Its ass is so big that I can't actually see. Oh, there's loads of ships. It's that one that's doing us in. And though that doesn't do a lot of damage to it, does it? Right, okay, so we have the wrong weapons.
Nice. They just lost their grab drive.
Okay, but we're going down as well.
Direct hit to the grab jump. It's offline.
Wow, that disintegrated. Okay, so we have the wrong weapons. Now we know where to come to test it. Right, we need to go back to the drawing board with this. Right, so just kill the engines. There's something wrong with the camera here. Because my entire screen is the backside of this ship. Right, so I do that. And alright, we haven't got max power in the end. Let's strip out that 3. Yeah, it still doesn't. I'm going full speed, 140. And I still can't see shit. And I don't like that because it's half of the screen is restricted by the consoles. I don't like flying first, well, driving first person, anything first person anyway. Right, okay, so how do we get around this? Because surely the camera is... because you can't change it in the settings, but surely the camera is just a position behind a certain part of the ship. Well, which part of the ship is it? Is it a position behind the cockpit? And if it's a position behind the cockpit and you have a cockpit at the front, you're shafted if you make a bigger ship. That's pathetic. We'd have had a much better chance if I could see most of the screen. It is a fat ass though. I think it is. I think the camera is tied to the cockpit in third-person view, which makes sense. But that then means we're a bigger ship. That then means that we want the cockpit, or the bridge, if we go down the bridge route, we want it more centralized. Which, having built this and having figured out some of the issues, isn't necessarily a bad idea. I love those engines. Ah. It's not the shield. The shield's pretty good. A little bit more in the reactor would be nice. But it is definitely following the cockpit. Well, but it's basically, it's a certain distance away from the player is, I think, what the situation is. And because, and you can't see it if I do this, because the cockpit is right at the front, we are losing out on effectively 5 squares. And then we have this big ass at the back, which takes up most of the screen, as you can see. Right, okay. Look, this is all theory, test, practice. Coming up with ideas. So, and I was thinking about having a bigger bridge anyway. So what if we did have that big bridge and we built into it, we built a big ship with a bridge in the middle. And then we test that out, because I don't think there is a way of... that D-pad is that's boost. That just puts you in the cockpit, which I don't want. That gets rid of the HUD, interesting. No, there's no way. What's firing there? What's firing there? I don't think that they are firing from the correct guns. I think that is just a generic placement because of where the crosshair is. Oh, right, okay. Let's not overthink that too much, Bethesda. Yeah, we need to go back to Deimos. Knowing what we know. We need to go back. To do that, I'm going to reload the original save where we had the almost 400k, and we're going to build a ship that way, and we'll try it again. Alright, we are at Deimos. We've reloaded the original save from about 3 days ago where we have almost 400k to play with. A couple of Hope Tech things that I want, so we're going to head over there next, but let's modify Frontier again. I really wanted to play around with this as well. Right, actually, shipbuilder, what are those engines? I would need ship design 3 for those. Because they're nice engines. Struts at Deimos. That's Tayo. Okay. Cockpit is... It is in Deimos cockpit. I thought it was. I was starting to think that it was. Wow, this is a serious mishmash. It's a Tayo landing, but okay. Good to know. Disruptor, electron beam. That's what I'm putting lasers on. I want disruptor, electron beam. I want lasers as well. Let me write these down. Actually, no. Disruptor, electron beam. I'll remember that. No, I won't. Where's my stickies? I won't remember it at all. New. So it is a... Doesn't matter about the make. Disruptor, electron beam. No, that's bream. That's a fish. And they were just pulse lasers. Pulse lasers. Pulse lasers. Right. Okay. It's this bitch that we're gonna fuck around with. Right. Okay. All of this can just go. All of it? Are we starting a whole... Yeah, we are. We can get this stuff back if we need. Right, okay, so... Let's get the stuff that we know is locked in. Reactor. Big old juicy boy. That's the biggest reactor that we can get at 29. Okay, don't have it there. Okay, we have to have it there. Reactor, cool. Shield, again. 805 with a 5% refresh rate. 7%. It's 10. You can only have one shield, right? 10% regen rate is quite nice. Kinda think that we might go with that for the 7% regen. Struck you there. Structural we'll come back to. Weapons, again, we'll do that last. It's gonna have to be that. Cargo. We had the big boy. Yeah, that's the closest that we can get. And it's chunky, and I like it, so why not? Apparently I can't get that. Oh, I know why I can't get that. Right, okay. Do I want that? Is it better? Yeah, the only difference that I see is it adds 20. And I don't think I'm going to live with it forever anyway. No, we'll have that. Probably going to end up with that, but I would like a slim one. We're going very Demos heavy. Engines. We know which engines we want, we'll come back to them. Fuel tanks. We had like a 3... We had that. Right, okay. So, let's just get our crappy old engine back. Because it fits in basically the same place. And then we can mess around with the rest later. Right, so... Ideally... And that has a rear connector. Yes, it does. I don't mind that gear. I don't want tons of it. Don't hate that gear actually either. So we could have 2 of them at the back. A couple of them down the middle. Potentially. Grav drive was a fairly straightforward thing. It was that one. Oh. Let's have that back for now. Again, we'll be changing it. Right, Habs. Absolutely still sticking with my crazy idea that the armory is the funnel for everything. So you go cockpit, in, actually, where would that go? So that would fit underneath. Ah, that ties that off then. Okay. Hubs. I still want, ideally, definitely want an infirmary. Definitely want a workshop. 3x1 living quarters. Right. Starting to lose the design edge for this now. They don't need to be next to that, do they? Three by three is just a cargo hall. What if... I mean, she's gonna be a big bitch. So we have the infirmary, the armory, cargo hall. That's exactly the same thing. Oh, that's still... it's a bigger one now. Okay, so you drop that. Drop you in there. Am I right in thinking you need a... Yes, you do. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world. I don't want you at the front, though. I want you towards the back. So... the question is, what do we fill in with? I won't mind a brig, you know. Here's the other thing that I don't want, though. I don't want ladders and things everywhere. This is just going to be the same problem if the bridge is there. What's that? I can go. Because now, I would need a companionway. What I don't want is stuff everywhere. Which is kind of how this is ending up, isn't it? Oh, the docker could have gone there. Yeah? Apparently not. Come on, game. So that companionway... oh, it's awkward. No, it's awkward. Because that is armory. Which I'm okay with. You have one ladder that connects the armory to the companionway to the docker and that, right? Okay. And then from the armory you go to the rest of the ship. And then from the cargo hall you would get to the mess hall. Which makes sense to me. We chuck the grav drive at the back. The shield can go there. The fuel isn't going to be enough. The fuel can go there. That's... actually, that's quite a lot of cargo. I still think we're going to have the same problem that we had before. This bridge isn't helping. This bridge isn't sexy enough. Let me put that there. Just don't like that. That visually triggers me. Okay, alright. What if? What if? What if? That doesn't have to be in the middle like that. You can hear my disdain, probably. Oh, we could do that. That's not bad. What if you went armory? Infirmary. Why will that not happen? You'd come in, then you'd have your armory, you'd go through your armory into your infirmary. The mess hall. Link the two. The cargo hall at the back, which would mean we can get a load more of these in. Hopefully give me enough struts. And you could have the workshop. Or the workshop there. That doesn't. That kinda does. Come back to that. So, armory, you'd pass through. There's too many choices at this point. What I'm trying to do, put that there, and that there. And then we build around this. Because that could go there. What if? What if the reactor was there? Surely there's a battle... No. Three by 3 is just the cargo hall. We have a 3 by 2 mess hall and a 3 by 1 living quarters. So that would go. That would go. That would go there. That would go there. So we have armory leading into the infirmary, and then you've got your mess hall and everything. That's all the crewy stuff. We then have battle stations there. We need room for the engines. And then the workshop can be off the battle stations. We have the crew. Why is this so goddamn hard? Shouldn't you back? Tie you in a bit better. Reactor in the middle. So you'd come in, docking bay, straight into the armory, and then you've got a companionway which splits off to infirmary or workshop. Then down the back you've got your mess hall and your living quarters. Would give us 5 passenger slots. You've then got crew stations. If we shunt you back, I'd then have the bridge. Still looks like a dog's dinner. We chuck some cargo there. Honestly, the docker could go there. It won't let me. Okay. You know what we could do with the docker, actually? Where'd it go? We could just chuck a slim one on there, then that keeps that bit down. Grav engine, which is going to be changed pretty quickly, to be honest. And the fuel will be changed. With how I want the engines. Oh, that's quite a slim shield anyway, isn't it? Shield. Go there, fairly central. What are you saying we're missing? Too few engines, unattached modules. You having a laugh? What on there is unattached, you prick? Low mobility. Yeah, because it's got no engines. I'm actually not loving that shield there. You know what? It could go there, actually. It could go there. So, this is where the fun begins. Because we'll have a breaker engine on the front. No, we won't, because it looks shit. I do want something on the front just to finish it off, though. Doesn't work for me. We'll figure that bit out later. Right, what I'm thinking, how far out does this go? Doesn't. So what if depends what attaches there. There we go. No. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. Put in that one. Just for a bit of detailing, really. Right, so that would give us gun placements. Didn't realise we had a missing chunk. Infirmary. Workshop. Probably need a science lab then. I'm being honest. Give me that one. Or 3 might work, but the 3s were all crap. We already have a 3 living quarters there, don't we? Well, that's where the fuel is, so that... It could go underneath, but that kind of finishes off that bit. What's that? Oh, yes, I know why. We want a 2. Science lab, because, you know, we are explorers. Don't love those wings. Gonna run a weapon spine down that. That fuel tank doesn't really work for me there. I don't know why you'd put an engine on a reactor, and a porthole on a reactor. Right, so I want 3 guns on there, I want some guns on there. Potentially guns on there. I would love. I suppose it does kind of work. It does. It depends what will go underneath that. I don't love it though. Feels like it's just a waste. Bumpers. That's what I was looking at. Where are they? Why can I not see them? Oof. Oh, right, okay, hold on. What they need is something that goes from that down to that size. My biggest problem here is I'm trying to make a fancy stealth fighter with enough space for a whole crew. And that just doesn't work. You could go there. Doesn't look great though. What I need to do is go and research ships, because I hate this whole section here. Excuse me. See that one squeeze in there. I just hate it. I can't seem to get my head around how I can make this work. Engine. Let's look at engines. I know which engines I want, so I'm probably not going to find them. Oh, we need rear connecting anyway. What are you saying is unattached? Show me. Alright, then we'll just upgrade the grav drive as well then. What is unattached? Is it that? How is that unattached? I mean, that's clearly attached to me. Okay, game. Okay, whatever you say. Right, guns, the fun stuff. So I want pulse lasers. I want 3 pulse lasers. What was the other one? Electro beam? Auto electro beam? Disruptor. Electro beam. That's a good fire rate, it does less damage. What does that actually do? That's crap. Right, well let's have 3 of these. Electron beam. That does electromagnetic damage. So my understanding is that turrets are auto. The goal's gone. That just does massive hull damage. It's a slow fire rate. But I kind of like a crown of just abusive weapons. What does that do to shields? Shields and hull are the same, right? I want something that's big against shields. 29 on a neuron turret. Oh, missile launchers are good against everything. Oh, you know what? Does that look a little bit much? Sort of does, doesn't it? I knew that would work. Come on, game. Weapons not signed. I don't know how these buttons work. So, what if we just said disruptor beam, gauze cannon, missile launcher. I want the missile launcher in the middle. We have crap mobility. That's probably more the engines than anything else. Because I am running around with shitty engine. Like, purposefully, because we're going to go somewhere else and get better engines. Well, that doesn't work for me. Did you go there? Apparently not. It'll let me do it. Oh god, it's like a chunk of my money. It'll let me do it. I say we take it out, we test it, we have a little look around. Right, now that we've done that, if we go exit, exit, exit.
When you get serious about
Shut
your
up.
space,
Shut up. Let's do that one.
come back to you deserve the best of the best, and that's Dame. Good choice.
No, that one.
Excellent.
So it wasn't reactor. It might have been. We'll check reactors. Pretty sure that's what we got. It was grav drive, wasn't it? No, it wasn't, because I could have just taken that, and I could have taken that regardless. What was it? 10:27, that's a 10:30. Was it engines? I mean, again, I don't understand how that doesn't work. So this is going to have absolutely no mobility. Make home ship.
Sorry to see you go.
I just spent almost 200k on your bloody shipyard, mate. You should be giving me a bottle of champagne and saying, congratulations, here's your new ship. See how this works.
Did someone leave some food out before we left? Whoa.
Right, so that's the docker. So the dock is up there. The cockpit. Let's have a look at the cockpit. Oh, nice windows. Okay, this is a little bit Guardians of the Galaxy like. I don't hate this. Don't hate this at all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. You alright there, Barrett? I'm not against that.
Yes?
And then we drop down one into the battle station. Okay. Alright. And then we pop the door into the infirmary? No, this is the science lab. Yeah. And then we drop down. See, we've cleared out a lot of the ladders, which is nice. This is the infirmary. Absolutely. We definitely need an infirmary because we're going to be getting in fights. So this is the companionway into the armory, which then takes us to... As a layout, I quite like this. And then we obviously have the workshop here, where we can mess around with all of our weapons. So, and then that's down to the landing bay. So weapons. Lots of cargo. Weapons. You come in through that. So you're always going through the armory when you're landing on a planet, which makes perfect sense. Weapons are there. All of this is locked off. All of this is locked off. So it's... Yeah. So you would have to go... To get to the armory, you'd have to go through... You know what? I'm okay with that. I think that works. Yeah. Because, again, I want that next to the armory, because the armory is where you keep your weapons, that's where you work on your weapons and your suits and things, and that's where all of that stuff would be kept. Makes sense to me. we have this whole area here. So you'd come through the armory, you know, landing bay, straight through into the infirmary, get your medical treatment. We then have our crew area with a kitchen, right? With a kitchen. So this is our galley cooking station, all that stuff. Fridge areas, nice. That's quite a big mess hall. And this is the crew area. Still only have one bed, apparently. I guess we just take it in shifts. Right, I'm not against that. And then we go up one ladder, which doesn't link into any stupid little areas or anything. You have a nice view of space as we do. We are in the science lab. Straight into the battle lab. The battle area. Which is again a sealed, separate space. And then we go in up the ladder. Get off the right way for a change. Docking, I'm alright with that, you know. We could fine-tune that and make that a bit better. If I'm honest, we could, absolutely. Hold my hands up. Happy to take that. But that works for now. And then we're off into this massive bridge. It's going to handle like ass. How bad's the camera, is the question.
Indicators agree. We're free.
Yeah, we fixed the camera problem. We fixed the camera problem.
Look alive!
Oh. That's nice. That's nice.
Gonna scatter that ship across this whole system.
That's nice. Okay, and it's the camera, so that's a nice big fast boost. We're flying around at a
Backing down.
decent speed. What are you on about? What are you on about? And then we have... Let's do that.
Oh yeah, you're done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shields are at full. Engines are mostly at full. So let's stick. Let's do them at 6, and then we can take from the engine into the grav drive. Now we need to go to Hope Tech. If I remember where it is. Which I don't. Cheyenne? think it was Valo. Holvo. Hope Town. And then we're going to work on the engines. And we'll see how it lands. How it looks. We'll have a little walk around it. This is potentially the one for now. We need to test the weapons. We'll jump back to that system. I can't remember which one it was, but we'll jump back to that system that
Selling
absolutely
the
decimated
ship?
us.
Getting a new one? Well, this is the place to do it, I guess.
Hate that. Don't mind these thrusters. Don't mind them. And then we have them balanced out at the back there. That's fine. Don't hate it. I actually, looking at it here, I don't love it. It looks a bit boxy. I don't hate it. Not as much as I thought I would. Yeah. Okay. Alright. It's not terrible. That wasn't a complaint. He didn't want to hear any complaints. You know?
Hope Town spring up out of nope.
Okay, so I'm alright with this so far. I don't know how much money we have left though.
But we be dust, except
Hope Tech is the everyday working person's ship.
Can I help you?
I'd like to modify my ship.
Sure.
Can we have some credits? Get rid of these engines. Fine. So, where were those sexy engines? I want one of them. Oh, you have new ones. I want one of them. Alright, so having looked at the dock and everything, is there a way we could do this better? Docker. That wouldn't work because of that wing. Oh, actually. It does look a bit trash. But what if that went? Right, there's no weapons on there. So you could go, you could take its place. We pump you there. Look, I don't like it, but we're running through the armory to also do the docking and stuff. And it's almost like when we're going to dock, we're full pelt. It's like we're gonna ram them. And it sort of does finish off that front nose. Sort of. And then there's the threatening cannon right there. Alright, so I'm not against that. What errors have we got? Unattached, yeah, I know there's unattached modules. So then what we do is we pop your shield there. Now, how are we going to play with these engines? That's the question. So we have gaps there that we can fill. Doesn't exactly work how I was hoping. That's kind of what I was wanting. But you will only let me do that. So what? Which I like that set of engines. I quite like that. Top speed saying it's 140. That seems a little like 140 is not bad, is it? Ability is up to 100. And all I'd do is them there. That's the grav drive anyway. So we just put a little bumper on. Yeah? We have a decent shield, we have decent cargo, we have very decent cargo. Question is which looks better. Because they don't make a difference. That's sleeker. Would that go on there? If we get rid of them, put that there, and we got rid of that. No, I don't like it. No, I'm happy enough with that. Because I can put cargo and things underneath it. Right, okay. So if we did that, get rid of them. Pipes don't really fit it. And that sort of throws off as well. I know what we're going to do. That's what I was waiting for. That. Cue that side, get rid of you. Mobility is back up. Top speed is low, but I don't know why top speed is low. They're good engines. They're nice, pretty engines. I love those engines. I think that does everything that I want it to do. I think 140 is a good top speed. What's that top speed? Doesn't tell you. Top speed 150, mobility 100. So it's slightly slower, but it's a much fatter ship. We're done. Let's take her for a spin, Barrett.
Nothing ever.
Pardon.
That's gross. That just looks bolted on. But it does let me go through the armory. So to get in, we would go... Yeah, okay. We haven't played around with the inside, so let's see how it takes off.
Lifting off now.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We may have a temporary ship.
Orbital insertion done. Time to dance among the stars.
Right, so this is the same engines as before. It's a fatter ship as well. It's a 3-berth instead of a 1-berth basically. And you see how much less camera it takes up because the bridge is further back. I love those engines. Right, okay. Go test her out. I should have taken a name of what world we jumped to. I think it was this one. We might still get absolutely smashed. Like, I haven't got a feel for the ship, but it's got good mobility, it's got good speed. The weapons, I think, are good.
Jump spinning down. Just look at those stars.
Do we have it? It isn't here. I think it was there.
Hello. There you are. I just had to see the newcomer. Outside.
We just missed something.
How did you like?
I like that, but bye.
Ah! Ooh, we're here! Hot off the stellar...
Yeah, whatever, Barrett. Right, there is a hostile activity. This is what we want. This is to test out the ship. I don't love that. This is why I wanted the engine slightly further back and slightly lower.
You're messing with the fleet, pal!
Oh. The Crimson Fleet. Let's see how we get on then. Oh wow, that's stripping through their shields. So that's the ballistics. Oh wow!
Their shields.
Boost me.
Target's crab drive is offline. Nice work.
Right, I want to lock onto you and just fire some missiles. Wow, look at those missiles.
Their shield systems down. Engine also target.
There's another one. Oh wow, we're taking some hits.
I'm taking you down!
So this is going to be a challenge now because we are damaged.
They're not jumping out of here.
Oh! What? So, wow. Look, there's things I'd change. But there's things that we can upgrade. But holy hell. That, like, a level 38 ship came at us from behind when we had no shields, and we're still kicking. Oh, I like this. And look how dainty it is. Aesthetic-wise, there's things that I'd change. I actually, for the amount of space that we've gained in this ship, I quite like this. And I like the bridge being midway, because it pulls the camera back with it. I mean, they're a slow and steady fire rate, but the three of them, do you see the damage that they were doing? Whereas these fire faster. And then our missiles obviously are slow down for these. I mean, this feels like it does damage. It feels like this ship can tangle with some monsters. I might be wrong on that. I am not in any way, shape or form an expert at building ships. We've only just started. We haven't unlocked all of the shipbuilding stuff. We're pretty close. But this... it's nimble. Like the first ship that we ended the last video on, it's nimble. It feels tanky. But it's still... it feels like you can throw it into corners. And we don't even have the engine maxed out. Because we've got bits in, you know, we're fairly steady across the board. The shield is beefed up. The shield isn't as powerful as the last ship. But honestly, this is designed better for me and my sort of play. So you can fire 6 barrages of missiles before it runs out, which is enough to take out an asteroid. I wonder if there'll be a mission where we need to take out asteroids. The boost is nice. I actually like the profile of it when you see it turn like that. Yeah, okay. Right, bring it to a halt. 1. 2. 3. 4. 'So we wouldn't even need a full load of missiles to take out something as strong as an asteroid. Oh, I mean, we could always do a smaller ship with much less, but this feels more like a frigate than a starfighter. And that wasn't necessarily what I was going for. I didn't really know what I was going for, I don't think, and I didn't know how to build a ship when we started this at 11 o'clock last night whenever I recorded the video. I knew that I wanted the armory to link in with the landing bay. And everything else was kind of separate. I don't like the back. We need to sort of rejig some of the engines and things. There's things that we could do, I think, to make this whole undercarriage and rear profile look a little better. But I love that block of engines. I actually like the bridge there in the middle off. That was because I'm prattling around. Take that, you bastard. I love that sound as well. See, that feels pretty good. So if like I tend to do, I'm charging down a ship, you know, we're in boost, ship comes at me, we can just whack on the thrusters, follow it round. Turn on it. Yeah, I like this. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying that we'll have this ship forever. But this has given us more crew. And that, like, yeah, so you're flying it off centrally, which I don't love. I'd much prefer the Star Trek style. You have these two bays here, and then we get rid of that console and put the captain's chair here. maybe open this up. I think this bridge we will change for a different bridge. But you can actually see out of it. You can see how big the missile launchers are. You've got your trio of weapons there, and if we actually look back, can we see? We can't. It's growing on me. It absolutely is growing on me.
Yeah?
And if we look at something like crew, we have quite a lot unassigned here. How many can I have on the ship? Can I only have 3? I can have 8. Oh, we don't have any shielded cargo. It's not necessarily a problem, we can get around that. Right, so I can have 8 crew. If I click on Sam Co, they want to be on an outpost together. Storing fan? The next thing I need to do then is read up on crew. Oh, he's got engineering. And particle weapons. Vasco is helping us with the reactor. Yeah, I think at the minute the crew we've got is fine. This just bring everything across. Even the stuff that I'd put in boxes. It looks like it because I put a lot of this stuff in the... Yeah. No, it hasn't. It hasn't given me the spacesuits and things that were in there. Interesting. So we're going to need to jump back to the Mantis, strip everything out, and then... Unless it's put it in my... No, it hasn't. So I haven't got the Mantis helmet. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that. We need to mess around with that. I love it. Absolutely love it. And for over 4 hours of messing around with ships and very little information that's been worth having, from me, certainly, I like that. I really, really like that. I mean, if you want, let me know if you want to see more of this. I'll keep that save with the money. I think we could vastly improve on this. I really think as we play through the game, we get some more money, we see what the other vendors have, what we want, but at a core concept, I think we have the foundations. I don't like these struts. Certainly not that far on the back. We could bump them down 1. And that might take the horrendous nature of the boxiness of the back of this away a little bit. So I'm not against that. Weapons and things is something that I'm going to need to research. I'm going to need to figure out what we want, how we want to do things, if we want auto-targeting stuff, and all that side of things. I'd love some fancy stuff to fill in some of these gaps as well. Maybe even if we could just run a spine down it, but we won't because of that bridge. The shape of that bridge. But at a core, the reactor is fairly well hidden, you'd argue. The shields is pretty good, it's got a decent regen rate. I might look at maybe swapping that out for something better. But we have decent fuel capacity, we have decent cargo, beautiful engines. I don't hate the wings. I thought I did, but they've really grown on me. I don't love that docker, but it's a means to an end at this point. I would love an undersided docker. That's what I want. Much like the Mantis has. So I need to find somewhere that sells one of them. Because then what I would do is... I don't know. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd do something. And that would solve my problems. I just much prefer the idea of us latching on from the top. You know, like it's the Empire Strikes Back. No, the Empire Strikes Back. It's the Empire in A New Hope. First thing you see is the blockade runner getting fired upon, and then this ship just comes above it and just drags it into its hangar bay from above in a very menacing way. That's what I want to do when I'm docking on ships. Even if they're bigger, I want to be the hawk coming down and latching on and holding its prey. That's what I want to do. I think there's lots that we could do here. I think we could throw another cargo container on that side, and that would link it up a bit. The other idea is I like symmetry in ships. I really like symmetry. I like clean edges. I like fanciful designs. The greatest starfighter ever made. I will not hear any objections. The greatest starship design is the Viper Mark III from both Battlestar Galactica and the remake. Certainly the remake, because it's done in beautiful CGI. It's just a beautiful ship. I love that style. Now that style doesn't actually work if you're making a frigate or anything bigger. Millennium Falcon is a nice ship. It's not symmetrical, so it's always off to my eye. Whereas something like the Ghost is a little more pleasing to me. I still don't love it. It still looks like a load of junk. But it's meant to. That's part of the charm of it. But it's symmetrical. So in my head, I'm always like, oh yeah, but I like symmetry. And I always like big engines at the back of the ship. I've not nailed that here. The symmetry's kind of there. There's a few things here and there. But I don't actually hate this. We need to come up with a new name for it. And we will iterate on this, but we've taken the Frontier, and in the very first stream session, we tweaked it. We added extras. We added more cargo. We're doing that again. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. I need to go and play more of this game because suddenly my brain is like, oh, Starfield, I need to make my money back. We've spent over 300k on designing this. And it feels pretty good so far.